When people first traveled to the Oregon coast in the 1800s, there were very few occupations available. Some people fished, some mined, some farmed, but the occupation that really built the Oregon economy was logging. While logging did have a positive effect on the economy, early operations had a disastrous effect on the environment. Most people logged areas right next to rivers and streams because those were the easiest to get to with their limited equipment. And since they didn't have a lot of information about the environmental impacts of their actions, loggers just kind of cut down whatever trees they could reach and sent them downstream. This ended up being pretty bad. Trees and vegetations on riverbanks are a central part of stream health. The foliage provides cover and shade, roots provide bank stability, in-stream plants provide hiding places and food for aquatic insects and bugs, and when trees die they can fall into the stream and create log jams. When loggers removed trees from riverbanks, the whole system kind of fell apart. Banks eroded and washed sediment into streams. Fish and other aquatic life became more vulnerable to predation. Insect populations decreased. Water temperatures rose, and the system lost the ability to replace log jams that had been broken down or washed away. Unfortunately, this wasn't the full extent of the damage done by early logging operations. In order to transport logs from where they were being cut to where they were going to be processed, which was further downstream, workers would do a thing called splash damming. They would build a dam in the area where they were logging, and they would use the resulting pool to store the logs. Then when they had enough logs in the pool, they would blow up the dam, sending a huge wave of wood and water crashing downstream. In order to ensure that logs wouldn't be caught up on anything on their way down, workers blew up boulders and removed log jams. Surprisingly, they had the full support of fish and wildlife biologists who believed that a log jam is a place where a log has fallen across the stream, catching other logs, brush, and sticks to create a kind of loose dam. Log jams restrict stream flow, backing up water to create pools. Pools and log jams are both excellent places for fish to hide from both the hot sun and from predators. Since all the log jams and boulders had been removed, there was nothing to slow stream flow. What gravel splash damming hadn't removed was swept away by faster currents, leaving streams with bare bedrock bottoms. Since there was no gravel, there was no place for salmonids and lamprey to build redds for their eggs. So earlier settlers basically destroyed a lot of the river and stream habitat we have around here. But the good news is that there are a lot of people working for government and nonprofit organizations who work really, really hard to try and restore the stream habitat. And while we're not